Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the kitchen organization. So now I'm on the other side of the kitchen and I'm just taking everything out of this cabinet and I'm going to wipe everything down and get it disinfected and cleaned before I put back anything. So I'm just doing that now, and then I will also be taking everything out on that other cabinet to the left of that cabinet, and we're going to be organizing those two and then under the sink. So I'm just getting things cleaned up. Now I'm starting to put stuff into the cabinet next to the microwave. I decided to make this like my seasoning cabinet. I put all my seasons and my cooking sprays, and then to the left I have the little baggies, the big baggies, and then washcloths in those little clear drawers. And then above I have all the seasoning refills that I'll show you guys once everything's done. But right now I'm just wiping down that other cabinet, getting ready to take everything out and rearrange. You always want to make sure you take everything out, even if your place looks a little crazy in the process. I always say it looks worse before it looks better, but it's all part of the process. With organizing, I feel like a lot of it is trial and error. Sometimes you put things in somewhere and it just works, and then sometimes it doesn't, and you have to rearrange it or play around until you like how it is. So that's what I'm doing now. You want to make sure when you're doing a kitchen, you have all the dishes clean. So I'm also emptying the dishwasher as I'm doing it to make sure that I have all my plates and my cups and everything that will fit in the cabinet, so we know that it fits and that it's functionable and that it will work. So right now I'm just taking everything out and wiping this last shelf down. And now I was looking at it and I did like it next to each other like that, but I just felt like the plates were a little snug underneath. It was like hard to get them in and out, so I didn't like that. So you will see I do move the one under the cabinet hanger underneath the other one instead of having them side by side. So right now I'm just moving stuff around, trying to figure out how I want to put everything. And like I said, it's trial and error. So I can't tell you how many times I try something and I'm like, no, I don't like it. And I change it. And then, finally find what I like to do. So as you can see, I just moved that underneath the other one. And I just felt like this fit better. It helped the cabinet close better, and it helped the plates underneath fit better. So I went with this option. Normally, if I had more space and storage in this kitchen, I would separate like the glass and the plastics and have them in two different, totally different cabinets. But since we are limited on space in this kitchen, I'm just going to make it work. And I do have all the glass plates and bowls in the underneath the cabinet hangers, and then I have the plastic bowls and plates and cups to the right, and then just the plastic plates under the glass plates on the bottom. So up top, I'm just putting all my cake pans, my cupcake trays, stuff that I use but not on a regular basis. So I put that up on the highest point, and then I put like my popcorn holder and our little popcorn maker and everything that we have that is stuff like that we use but not all the time. I put that on the top shelf also. So now I'm organizing this drawer. This is where all my utensils go. I did organize my other drawer that you'll see in part 1 with all the other utensils, like shredding utensils or corn, avocado utensils, stuff like that. So I do have that in another drawer. And then just in this drawer, we have our spoons, our knives, our forks, the baby spoons. And then in this clear container, as you can see, I just have like my extra scoops and my lids to cups that I don't keep the lids on all the time because I stack the cups, and just like miscellaneous stuff that can fit in that clear bin. So right now I'm actually zip tying these 3 containers together because I just felt like without the zip ties, they looked kind of funky. They were like bending and like popping out in a weird way. You can see that the one is still a little bent, but it's much more straight than it was. So that's how I left it. So now this is the other cabinet. I have all my spices on the bottom, and then to the right of that, I have all my cooking sprays. On the top, I have all my popcorn seasonings and my twisty ties and our extra dip sauces. Now, on this other side is all the seasoning refills on the other spinner. And then below that, like I said, is the baggies and the washcloths. And then on the top shelf, I just have my extra seasonings like my garlic and my coconut oil, honey, stuff like that didn't fit in the seasoning refills. And also like my sugar and my powdered sugar, breadcrumbs that are in the big tubs on the top right. So this is how this cabinet came out. And here's an overlook of how it looks. Now this cabinet, here is how this looks on the left side, and then you go over to the right side. And these cabinets actually do go back a lot, so you can't really see it because the door is there, but in the backpack I have all the sippy cups, the bottles, and it doesn't look junked because you can't see it, but I do have it in a container all laying down nicely because I did declutter and go through everything of what we didn't need. So there's an overview of that cabinet. Now we're working our way to under the sink. And again, I'm just taking everything out, making sure I have a clear space to work with. And then I will disinfect and clean it. I clean the doors, the inside, the walls, underneath, the trim. You always want to make sure you're disinfecting and cleaning before you put anything back because you don't want to clean and organize if you're just going to put it back without cleaning and disinfecting because you don't want bacteria and germs to spread. So I always recommend taking everything out, cleaning absolutely everything, the inside, the tools that you're going to be putting in it. If you use containers or anything, always clean everything before you set it up. So I got these under the sink organizers online from Temu, and I got two of them. So I'm going to use that to organize all my cleaners and my disinfectants. Now I'm just organizing alike products with each other so then I can have everything. Like, for example, all my pink stuff, all my pink cleaners, I have them together. All my Mr. Clean cleaners, I'll have them together. And then my bathroom cleaners, my shower cleaners, etc. Stuff like that. So now I'm just refilling anything that needs to be refilled. I feel like it's much easier to get little spray bottles. You can get them right at the dollar store and just fill them up. But then, as you can see, like my Windex, it's a really big bottle, and I don't want that taking up a lot of room under my cabinet. So I put the Windex in a littler bottle, and then when it runs low, I will refill it, and so on. So I'm just getting everything set up, seeing how I like it. I do end up putting the brushes that you see I hung on that one side of the black container. I do end up hanging them on the other side. So again, it's like trial and error. You just figure out what you like, what functions the best, and what you're most comfortable with. So I'm finishing up here, labeling everything because I do also feel like labels definitely help you feel organized. You can see where everything is. It says it. It's just really accessible. So I do love labels. I feel like they do definitely make a difference. So now I'm just organizing all my sponges, getting that together, making sure there's no tags on any of my containers because that drives me crazy. And now I'm just finishing up, getting the last couple things in their place. So here is how under the sink came out. On the left side, I have all my Swiffer stuff and all my pink cleaners. And then on the right side, I have all my Mr. Clean cleaners, my Goo Gone stuff, and all my sponges and soaps on the bottom. And then I have my dishwasher pods in the middle and cleaning towels to the left. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come back for more.